Hello and a really warm welcome to this week's masterclass, where I will be talking about playing it small in your business. What does this look like? Why does it happen? And how can you overcome this as well? So welcome to today's masterclass. I'm so excited to share this content with you. If you are watching this on my YouTube channel, welcome. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, I really want to encourage you to do that, and you will receive all the notifications on the latest videos and resources that I create on this channel for you. And if you're in my Facebook group, I am delighted that you are here. So just a quick intro before we get into the content about who I am and why you should listen to me. I'm Rachel Smith, business grower, and I am a transformational business coach and mindset expert working specifically with ambitious women who are ready to take their business to consistent months of 5k. Ta-da! So if that is you, you are in completely the right place. So let's get into talking about playing it small. Now, I've talked about this in lots of different ways previously, but we're going to talk specifically about something that we can all get caught up in. In fact, even myself this week got caught up in doing this. So it's really, really common, and we all fall into it. But I'm also going to share some ways that you can overcome it as well. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about that old programming that we all have, that in order to be successful, in order to grow, in order to create the desired results that we each have for our businesses and our lives, we get sucked into being busy. That's it. We get sucked into being busy, getting into the action taking, getting into filling our days with action. And what's happening there is that, as I said, we're getting into our old programming, that programming of believing that the only way to generate success is by forging forward, by pushing through, and actually working really, really hard. And obviously, yes, you're running a business, you are going to take action, and yes, it is going to be work to actually grow your business. But what happens for all of us is that we fall into something that we're taught from a really young age, which is all about getting into your masculine energy, which is all about that action taking, where you fill your days with an enormous to-do list, and you never ever really get to the end of that to-do list, and every day is the same, and you have that day of repeat where you just get into your desk and you're taking action and you are incredibly busy. So give me some thumbs up if that sounds like a typical day in your business. And I was talking about this over on Instagram stories this week. Now, I've been in the background of my business like Monday, Tuesday this week, and I was kind of hiding from my audience. I wasn't going on stories, I wasn't creating any content for social media, and I had to kind of talk myself into being visible. And when we're in business, we want to bring both the magic of the masculine power of taking action with the feminine of being open to receiving, because often what happens when we're in our masculine power is that we're closed off from receiving. We're closed off because we're deep in the doing, and actually when you step into the feminine, you become open. So my example is that, I was deep in the masculine, I was deep into the action taking, I was ignoring my audience. But actually when I stepped into like my feminine energy and engage my audience, I actually created a post which was all about this theme, and actually encouraged people to DM me if it resonated with them. And guess what? I received DMs from my amazing audience telling me that yes, they were equally stuck into the doing. So that is the difference between the masculine and the feminine, and I truly believe that you need to have both elements in your business in order to be successful. The other side of things is that when we're busy in the doing, is actually we often are disconnected with that bigger vision. And it might be that it's been some time since you've actually revisited the reason why you've set up that business. So we all remember that kind of immediate energy and that oh my gosh, I'm going to run my business and it's going to look like this, I'm going to serve these people, I'm going to have this impact, I'm going to generate this growth, I'm going to be able to, you know, like retire my partner, I'm going to be able to like generate all this money, I'm going to create all this freedom. And actually when we get into the masculine, we just get into the doing and we fill our days with like being busy, and we often forget to actually take a step back and reconnect with that vision. You know, what is the purpose of your business? What is the purpose that you have behind your business? What is that big vision for your business? What is that big vision that you have for yourself, for your clients, and for the rest of your life? And it's that vision that actually needs to become like the North Star of your business. You want that to be the thing that propels you forward every day. So one of my kind of big tips about, you know, busting out the business, actually dreaming big and taking bigger actions, is to spend some time every single day, if you can, connecting with that vision, connecting with that vision that you initially created for your business. And if it's been some time since you've actually created that vision for your business, you know, for you to actually sit down and to do that now, because you won't know if you're on the right track if you haven't got that vision. And as I said, it's like becomes the North Star so that you can just keep moving forward. And the reality is that we all get really excited about business. We all hear from lots of amazing people that business is really easy. And the reality is something quite different, is that running a business is really exciting. Working with your clients and doing what you love is amazing. But the reality of business is that actually business does naturally have its highs and lows. There'll be things that you do which will be amazing, that'll make you feel like a superstar, and that will give you that high energy, that high vibe, and that kind of like, yeah, I'm on the right track. But there are also things that don't work out. And they're the things that can often pull you off track. They're the things that often can keep you feeling small. And they're the things that can make you steer away from your initial vision, because it actually starts to feel as if it's not possible for you. And what happens is A, you're busy, but B, your actions, your daily actions become smaller, more contained. You just start to play back into your comfort zone. And we all know that growth does not happen when you're in that comfort zone. And I talk about this a lot. I talk about how we all have this natural pattern, this natural groove to our day. And when you have experienced like some toughness or some challenges in your business, when you have experienced times when it's felt really difficult, or you haven't received the success or the results that you've been moving towards, we can suddenly kind of shrink. And that's really natural. It's really natural for us to come back to ourselves when things haven't worked out. But what happens sometimes is that we shrink and we keep ourselves really small and we keep ourselves really safe, because you tried to grow, you tried something new, you tried something and perhaps didn't get the results that you wanted. And that felt really scary, and you felt really vulnerable, and you've perhaps lost some time, some money, some energy in that. But actually contracting and becoming smaller is not actually going to help you grow outside of that. So I really wanted to give you, I really just wanted to create this space and this conversation around thinking small and acting small, and to kind of say, look, often for women, we're not accustomed to saying and going for what we truly want. We're much more accustomed to trying to fit in, trying to please people, trying to be all of those things to everyone. And actually, sometimes as women, we put ourselves right at the end of the list of priorities. And if you're listening to this and this is resonating with you, it's just an opportunity to say, yeah, you know, like other people, like if you, like myself, I'm a working parent, of course I'm going to put my family's needs as a priority. But I also understand that by prioritising myself, prioritising my business has a positive impact on everybody in my world. And it's that whole thing that if I can serve myself, if I can be the best version of myself in my day-to-day life, I can be be the best partner, the best parent, although the kids always tell you that you're not, the best sister, the best friend, and so on and so forth. So I always believe it always starts with you. The more that you can work on yourself, the more that you can give yourself permission to say in the first instance what you want, what your deepest desires are, and then creating a vision and your business around that is actually going to serve you in a whole different way. And when you've created that vision, when you've got that vision, and it's an expansive vision, it's not a safe vision like, oh, well, maybe I'll just go and generate like an extra £1,000 this month. It's like, be expansive, be bigger and bolder than that, because actually it's the bigger and bolder steps that are going to help you create that momentum. It's going to help you to generate the growth that you're looking for. It's not these little mediocre steps, is it? It's that bigger, bolder vision. And there's a couple of things that you can do every day to really kind of connect with that version of yourself. So first of all, with that vision, connect with it every single day. So you can do this in all sorts of different ways. You can connect with it by writing out your vision. You could kind of read that vision every single day. You could like have it in your journal and just read it and like reaffirm for yourself, like, yes, this is what I'm showing up for. This is what I'm open for. Or you could just write it out. You could use journaling prompts to actually write it out. You can use visualizations, one of my favorites, where you just sit and visualize your future, and I'll talk in a little while about why that's important. But you can also do other things, like you could have an accountability buddy, you could be part of a mastermind that lifts you up, you could exercise. That's like a natural endorphin release, isn't it? That makes you feel really high vibe. I've got this thing sat on my windowsill, which is just like this little pot, and inside are actual results that I'm looking to achieve in my life and in my business. And it's like reminding myself what my key goals are, and obviously it's in a pot, but it's about spending some time like every day just pulling one out and going, oh my god, that's what I'm working for. And what often happens is that I pull out my kind of key goal and go, oh, I've achieved that, and I hadn't quite realised it. So having some kind of visual aid is often really useful. I'm quite a visual learner. I've got my kind of vision board down here as well, Pinterest boards, all sorts of different things. So really have that vision, make it absolutely crystal clear, make it blindingly exciting. Like, look at that vision and think, right, I am so excited about that vision. This is something that I am motivated to move towards. And having that as your North Star and reconnecting with it every single day, on a daily basis, will actually start to make you just, first of all, it make you feel so excited. It's like, oh my god, I'm really inspired now to take that kind of step out of my comfort zone. The second thing is what happens within your mind as well. So your mind can't distinguish between what is true and what isn't true, which I think is mind-blowing. And that's why we often get stuck in a cycle of regret and worry because of things that have happened in the past. And we project those into the future. Well, what happens if that happens in the future? But actually, if you're using like a tool like a dream jar or a vision board or journaling or any of those other prompts that I've just shared with you, if you're using things like that, your mind starts to naturally believe that that is your reality, that is your life. So actually, when you change that programming on a deep unconscious level, what happens is that you will automatically start to say yes to things and automatically start doing things that will actually help you move closer and closer to those goals. So that is why I always bring mindset into any work that I do. any content that I share, because it's absolutely crucial that you marry up like the mindset and the strategy piece as well, because that is what results in you taking action. So the other kind of way that you can step out of your comfort zone, get out of your own way, start to take those bigger, bolder actions in your business, even when you have faced challenges, even when you are facing a situation where you think, oh my gosh, I can't believe that, you know, I've tried this and it didn't work, and you know, you feel like an imposter or a failure. It's like, recover from that. Do whatever you need to do to recover from that, because that's real, and feel those emotions and learn those lessons, because that's real. But then what I want to invite you to do is that when you've got that bigger vision and you're connecting with it every day, is in that moment when you're connecting with that vision, think about your future self and see yourself as that future version of yourself who has achieved all of those things that you're currently working towards. And really like connect with how that future version of yourself feels. So maybe you feel abundant or successful, or just in so much alignment with your plans and your day and the things that are going forward. Or maybe you just feel so empowered or excited, whatever it is. Just connect with that feeling that that future version of yourself has. And then ask yourself this question, and that is, what would that future version of, so I'm going to say my name, so what would that future version of Rachel be doing in her business today? So just one action. And then I want to encourage you to actually take that action. And this is how you start to move out of the masculine of just doing and just keeping yourself busy. And this is how you start to embody that future version of yourself. So if you've heard me share this before, this is just a reminder. You might already be doing it, and if you are, brilliant, let me know. And you may also need a reminder to do this as well, because it's really important. It's really important that you get out of this business, you get out of doing things that you've in the same way that you've always done, and actually start to embody that future version of yourself, and to actually see yourself taking those future steps as well. So that is today's masterclass. It's like playing safe doesn't serve anybody, it doesn't serve you. It's keeping you small, it's keeping you safe, and it's actually moving you away from your desired routes, your desired results. The second thing is to accept that, you know, the reality of business is that it's going to give you the ups and downs, and that's why working your mindset is absolutely crucial. The third is that you can choose to start to really think about that bigger vision, really embody that bigger vision. Get comfortable with asking what you really want and being clear about what it is that you want, and understand that's going to be to the benefit of everybody in your world. Connect with that vision every single day and take an action every day as that future version of yourself. So what I would love for you to do is post below after you have watched this and tell me, what is that future action that you're going to be taking as a result of listening to today's masterclass. And the second thing is, if you are like, yeah, I could actually do with some mindset work, I could actually do with creating that space and that kind of energy to understand what that bigger vision is, and to give yourself permission to dream a little bit bigger, you can download my Wealth and Abundance Hypnosis recording. I'll leave the links below. And you can start to program yourself for that bigger vision, for that expansion, and for that growth that you are looking for. So thank you so much for listening to today's masterclass. Any questions, post them below, and I look forward to creating you some new content soon. Bye for now.